And welcome into this week's edition of Hey Coach. It's a much-needed bye week for our Patriots as they've gone through the gauntlet. I'm here with Coach Herbert Davis, as we are every week, to look at last week's pretty remarkable win. I say remarkable. It was. We'll talk about the environment in a minute, but it's also a much-needed bye week for you guys.
Yeah, it's as anybody knows, it's paying attention to our program. It's been a gauntlet of teams, and usually whether you've played this schedule or not, you're ready for a break. But especially with this schedule, it's been a grind, but it's been fun. Our kids have really stepped up to the challenge, and we probably should have needed the break last week. And so that just tells you how much more our kids just gutted through it Friday night, fought, and found a way to win.
Yeah, you look at it, we had all talked, and we've mentioned this at length on every show about how the first 7 games were supposed to be. And a lot of people were like 3-4, 4-3, 2-5, whatever. You're 6-1, with the only loss being to your son.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go back and revisit that last Friday night. Down in Baton Rouge at Catholic High School, electric environment. We were just watching some of the social media clips of how loud that horn was. But take us through that game. Let's just break it up into halves, like the first half of the game and the atmosphere and what you saw in your guys.
Well, first of all, again, 2 weeks in a row, our defense has really come to play. They're flying all over the place. We did a tremendous job against a very, very talented team, especially a talented tailback. That guy's going to play in the NFL if he doesn't mess up. So very talented team. So our defense is starting to fly around. Yeah, we'll bend a little bit, but man, our guys just find ways to make plays when it matters, and so that's been really, really good. Again, we sputtered again on the first half. We moved the ball, but we just didn't capitalize any on offense. But we just enough to get 2 field goals, which great 2-minute offense before half to get a field goal. Obviously, great kick by Wade, super kick, and to let us go up at half, 12-7.
Yeah, you go back and you look, and as you're talking through the first half, you go and you have a drive, and it's almost one of those games like I got to get points. I got to make sure I get points out of that. Wade goes and kicks the field goal. You go down and you score. You miss a PAT on a bad hold. It was kind of a squirrely little deal. But then Wade comes in and kicks that 50-yarder, which to me, if on the stream, you go 54, 55. It was a boomer.
Yeah, he hit it well.
And I think that gave your team the momentum. I mean, 9-7 versus 12-7 at half gives you some momentum going in, and seeing that. Just what did it do for the locker room going in with a half big kick, huge momentum burst, going into halftime?
Obviously we're excited, but I think our guys refocused on, hey, well, we get down here and let's figure out what we got to do to win this game. And so we made a few little adjustments at half, and it's a good thing about the iPads. We can go back and look at those iPads and see how everybody show our guys, which we do during the game too. Right. But we just find a way, because they were throwing a little, third and long, 3 high safety stuff on us. So we had made a little adjustment on that, and we were able to hit that. I think 3 out of the 4 of the second half. Matter of fact, that's the one we hit on the 4th and 8 to Holt. So
that's right.
So we made some adjustments. Our defense, did great. Even I know that we gave up that one at the end, but it was 4th and 3, and they just happened to do a good job and pop it. But then made a huge effort, and a big stop, to basically win the game for us at the end.
Yeah. Well, you see this past week there was a lot of, I guess, sickness. I guess from the grind of it, there was fall air and summer air still in the mix, and there was some sinuses and all that stuff. Just to see the resilience of your guys, and that's why people were like, I thought they were in shape. The cramps that you saw, the cramps from the guys that were sick, that needed, they were drinking the fluids, but it was also draining them. One of the big plays that I think stood out, and it shows the caliber of your team and the senior leadership that we talked about last week. Parker goes out with a cramp. Will Jones inserts. You can see Parker on the stream barking at somebody, and I think it's Will telling him what to do on the check. And guess who makes the next tackle?
Yeah.
It's Will Jones. Mm-hmm. And I think that resonates with, how the leadership style has been player-led, and how your team is starting to evolve into refuse to lose, if you will.
Yeah. Well, we're going to need it to be player-led, because these next 5 weeks, we're going to have to be in charge of getting ourselves better, challenging ourselves in practice each and every day, and so we can be prepared for the playoffs.
Yeah. Second half of the game, let's talk about the climax of it. They go down and score, the pick six happens, you're tied up 20-20, you answer immediately to go up 27-20. Talk about the psyche of the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we hit the big play with Michael McCrory
right down the middle.
Right down the middle. That was a huge play that got us ahead. Then Stock comes back, throws the pick six. And the great thing about that is, was it his best night? No, but man, through the night when we needed him the most, he made those throws, and our guys made the catches, and we gave him the protection because look, their front four was real. And so
and the back end with number 23,
again, 2 weeks in a row, we kind of put it together as a team in the second half offensively. And then, like I say, we gave up the long run, but other than that, our defense played real good the second half because, they get if they stop them on 4th and 3 right there, and we don't give them the pick six, they don't even score.
That's right.
In the fourth quarter. So,
that's right.
It's kind of like I told them yesterday. I told our guys, I said, look, we, especially the offensive guys. I was talking to the offensive guys. We didn't play our best at all. But the great thing that winners do is you find a way to make a play when it matters, and we're doing that right now. So that kind of trumps it. But for the playoffs, we got to get better.
Yeah. Let's talk about the end of the game before we go to commercial break. They have the long run. They bring the 3 running backs. They send the guy in motion. Quarterback, which is the all-everything running back, takes it 52 yards to the house. PAT is getting ready to line up, which I'm thinking overtime, much like you probably are, and everybody in the stands, everybody watching. We jump off sides, and they elect to go for 2. How'd that conversation go? I know you were chirping, saying they're going to run the same play possibly and all that stuff. Talk about that dynamic on the sideline.
Yeah, I just went down and told Danny, I said, they run the same play. They stupid if they don't. So whatever you got to stop it, run it. And so, which I knew what he would call, and he made a great call. And, of course, it's all about the kids executing it. And we got had a great effort. Our whole right side over there really penetrated, and so it was good.
For a loss. It was for a loss. They didn't get close.
Will actually did that on purpose. He was wanting to get MVP of the game. He was defensive MVP of the game. He only played a couple of games. But anyway, that's a little joke we got going to coach staff. But it sure let us, because who knows what happens. I feel like we run the football really well, but who knows what happens.
They had a little bit of momentum with the long run, overlooming of overtime, but nonetheless, Patriots. Get the onside kick. Holt Adams gets the onside kick. We run out the clock, get a couple first downs, and signed, sealed, delivered. We lead Baton Rouge with a W.
Yeah, big one too. That's probably one of the biggest road wins since I've been here. We've had some big wins, but they've all been at home.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about non-conference road wins.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I was saying it's probably top 3 biggest wins in program history, if not top 2.
It could be.
Considering
they're really
who
good.
the opponent was, where you were playing, the history of that whole program. But they had won 19 straight and 25 of the last 26 in that stadium. So that puts perspective on that.
And I didn't know it till last week. They've won 3 out of the last 5 state championships in the state of Louisiana at the largest division. So
Can we maybe bump that to number 1? I don't know.
So that's
a lot of football's been played here.
Good
but
stuff.
In the recent
good
history,
program though. Great program. I mean, they lost 3 points to Edna Carr last year, who won it. Edna Carr is ranked 20th in the country right now. So it's a good league.
There we go.
Heck of a league.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for our first segment. We'll be right back. Talk about some players of the week and what we do on the bye week with Hey Coach.
Gumbo is a quintessential Louisiana dish, right? Our gumbo's just got tremendous flavor. It's about quality. If you skip any part of the process, you'll definitely get called out for it, and we just don't do that. Of course, we have salt and pepper shakers on every table, but rarely do we see someone pick them up. If you're gonna do a gumbo, you better do it the right way.
your smile. It's how you share your truest feelings, your dreams, yourself with the world. And at the Winning Smile, your smile is our passion. That's why we offer in-house financing options, convenient appointment times, and personalized treatment plans to help keep you healthy and discover your confidence to unleash your best smile. Learn more at thewinningsmile.com.
From small-town courtrooms to the Mississippi Supreme Court, our attorneys have over 60 years' experience litigating cases all across Mississippi. The odds say you'll need an attorney at some point, and when you do, you can have the home field advantage with your hometown lawyers right around the corner from MRA. Gladden and Ingram, attorneys at law.
And welcome back to Hey Coach. Coach Davis, much needed bye week we alluded to. What does a bye week look like for the Patriots if you're new to the program? Or I know we do it differently than a lot of people. So how was it like?
Well, number one, we want them, and we started in the summer. We've talked about this before, but obviously this week we want them to be, mentally and physically get a break, recover, try to get back healed up. Mm-hmm. We actually come into this thing a little banged up with a couple of guys, but we feel like hopefully, good Lord willing, they'll be back. So, except for obviously, we lose Jack Poole. Yeah. Unfortunately, tough year for him. But anyway, we come in like we always do. We're going to try to give them off Monday and Friday. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to practice. But the extra thing we're doing this year that we've never done is we go in Tuesday and Thursday mornings and giving them the afternoons off. So they only have to come in one afternoon this week, and that's on Wednesday. Wow. So we'll still get our 3 practices in like we want, but they won't have to be up here hardly but one afternoon all week. Wow. And so I think our guys will be excited about that. So we kind of getting what we need to get done, yeah. But also giving our guys a mental break too. Yeah, and you see that it's kind of a reset through the season. You give them Monday off, you go Tuesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, then you win again this morning, and then Friday you give them off. So. And remember in the old days, we would go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. Then we started to go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. So we just, we've been going Tuesday mornings anyway, so we're just going to keep it and get those guys, let them go home, get out of here. So. I think as the season progresses on the schedule that you've played, much needed. Because also there's other games they probably want to go see on a Friday night. There's things they want to do on a Thursday afternoon. Some of them might be going, it's fall break coming up for the school. So they get out of here early Thursday and come back Sunday. I'm sure there'll be a lot of guys and other students getting out of here Thursday. Yeah, so with the weather we've had, I was wondering how many of them are going to the beach with it still being 88 degrees in mid-October, which is that Mississippi weather. Anything else this week before we get into these players of the week? Well, the next thing, obviously we want to start accomplishing is, we go back and take a self-look at ourselves. Mm-hmm. What are our tendencies? What are we doing? But also, more importantly, get back to the basics. We're not really preparing for anybody this week. We're trying to get better at what we think we've got to do fundamentally. So I've always wanted to do that. That's right. Especially when we lose, but even at this point where we're taking a little reset, like you said, we're trying to look at ourselves and fix those issues that we think we need to get better at. That's awesome. With that are some players of the week from the game versus Catholic, a offensive player of the week, a guy who's I think won it 2 weeks in a row now. Brought to you by Went McGee. The mortgage man is Michael McCrory. Yeah, just had an overall great night. I think he had 4 catches, the big touchdown catch for like 50-something yards. But also had 10 carries for like 40-something yards. So had basically 120 yards total on the night. He had the most total yards. That's awesome. Good catches, good runs. Had some big runs at the end to seal it. So again, we could probably give it to a couple of guys, but this guy was one that probably had the overall total yardage. Yeah. Let's go to the defensive player of the week, brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Bradford Foster. Yeah. Beckett. 12 tackles, Beckett Strong. Beckett Strong coming in huge for us. I mean, he's a guy that plays on the back end, has a little bit of an injury kind of deal fighting through, but then played 2 foot tall. And so, people have really tried to attack our boundary all year long, and of course, we did better on that other night. One of those reasons, because he's coming down making tackles. Yeah, he's not scared to do that either. That's right. Our special teams play of the week, brought to you by Jeff Foote and Whitetail Properties, is a guy that we had mentioned in the first segment, Wade Hansford. Yeah, just hard not to give it to him this week. Two big field goals, especially the one, the 50-yarder for half, which, like Bank says, kind of set the tone still, maybe for the second half. And then, hit a few in the end zone as well. And so, just had a solid night for us. Really good. Seems to be getting better every week.
Yeah, he's feeling, I guess, the mojo of week in and week out, having successful PATs, field goals, and kicking the ball in the end zone.
And like the other night, we're going to need him in some big games, so hopefully he can continue to get better.
Our offensive lineman of the week brought to you by Lee Hawkins and your local agent, William Fincher. No stranger, it's probably going to be renamed that at the end when he graduates, is Caleb Unger.
Yeah, great night for him. We had actually our whole offensive line did pretty good overall, but obviously Caleb led the way. I think graded out 86 or 88%, something like that.
Yep.
So super night for him. That's pretty good when you can almost get 9 out of 10 right. And that's just not did I make my block. That's did I do it correctly too.
Yeah.
So Coach Williams is pretty hard on it.
It's hard to get that plus.
Yeah, it's hard to get that plus.
It's hard. And then our scout team player of the week, the guy that just shows up, shows out, and gets the team ready, is Walt Bryson.
Again, we had several guys we thought about giving it to, but Walt Bryson, since he's been up, has been that guy. Whatever you need, jump in there, help everybody. Does everything he can do to help the team get better, and continue to do that last week. So Walt's our guy.
There you go. When I was coaching running backs last year, his nickname was Happy Feet. So Happy Feet with the Scout Team Player of the Week. Coach Davis, any final thoughts before we bring in our third segment, our new softball coach?
No, man, just excited for the week off. Challenging our guys to reset themselves mentally. We've done a great job at this point, but reset themselves mentally to understand that we've got to not just coast now.
Yeah.
We've got to step it up another level to be prepared for the playoffs.
Now, before I let you go, but we talked about the football players. What about the coaches? How does this help the psyche of the football coach that's been going since June? You're like, whew,
yeah.
I get 1 week of a break.
It's big. It's huge because it's been fun, but it's been a grind because we've played some really, really good coaching staffs as well as teams that are probably better than us, honestly. But our coaches have coached their tail off. Our kids have played their tails off, and it's been fun. It's been fun with that challenge.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, thanks.
Patriots are 6-1 heading into the bye week. We will be back next week when the Patriots are back at home for the first time in a month. It's homecoming versus Park Lane. Stay tuned for the next segment of Hey Coach with our new head softball coach.
At Watkins Construction and Roofing, football is more than just a sport. It's teamwork meets community. And supporting our local teams is just another way we give back. So don't let a leak sneak through your defense. Call the professionals that know how to tackle a leak and protect your home field. Watkins Construction and Roofing. Trust, the beginning of what we build.
Ely's is a proud sponsor of MRA Patriot Athletics. Come try our USDA Prime New York Strip, bone-in filet, New England scallops, or sauteed Gulf crab claws. Ely's also offers an extensive wine list and bar selections. Ely's, upstairs on Jackson Street in Ridgeland. Good luck, Patriots. Boulware Vassar Orthodontics are specialists in creating beautiful smiles for kids and adults with 3 locations in the greater Jackson area. Our orthodontists are experienced, caring, and along with our friendly staff are waiting to align your bite, transform your smile, and boost your self-confidence with multiple treatment options including Invisalign and tooth-colored braces. With 3 offices in Lakeland, Ridgeland, and Clinton, contact Boulware Vassar Orthodontics today.
Dean Architecture, an award-winning architectural firm offering professional services of architecture, planning, and interior design. We are proud to be working with MRA on the new tennis complex and performing arts practice facility. We are excited about our current and completed projects, including the Gluckstadt Police Station, soon to be under construction Hines School of Nursing, Bridle Path, and the Baptist Medical Office Building for Jackson Eye Associates and Mississippi Retina. For leading-edge design and personalized services for your next building project, call Dean Architecture, your architect and proud supporters of MRA Athletics. And welcome back into Hey Coach. We are
thrilled as an athletic department to announce to you our new head softball coach. No stranger to the program. He's been in the program for 2 seasons as an assistant. He's been here as an assistant for baseball as well. Now he's going to take over the reins of the softball program. Tyler Parvin as our head softball coach. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very excited, ready to get started.
Yeah. So this is new territory to you. You've been a head softball coach before. With the announcement being a day old now, what are some of the first things you're looking forward to get into?
Just kind of getting with our girls and talking through, how we're going to do things, and just some things that may be a little different in the past. Not different in a bad way or a good way. Just
your way. It's going to be your spin on things.
Putting your own spin on it, and just like anybody who takes over a job would do, just kind of start getting the foundation laid.
Yeah. So as a coach, I know we all have our own personalities. What kind of personality do you bring to our softball program?
I would say kind of consistent and calm. I'm not big on yelling. I don't raise my voice a ton. I think
you use one more C, you could have been a Baptist preacher.
Yeah,
3 C's.
That's right. So, but I think we can communicate effectively, and we don't have to get all fired up at each other. We'll talk through things and just kind of bring consistency and calmness.
That's awesome. I know when it gets announced, there's always this like butterflies, like, oh my goodness, I've done this before, here I go again. First order of business. What's your first order of business? I know it's to meet with the girls, you met with them, but when we get back from fall break, what's when you're starting to build the foundation back to it? I mean, we played for a state championship just a year ago.
Correct.
What do you look for in this first, say, 50 days?
First 50 days, I mean, we're kind of still just fresh into the off season, so they'll have a few more weeks or so off, but then it'll be time to get back to work and first off, becoming better athletes, not just softball players. We'll focus on becoming better athletes, and then we'll refine it in the summer months of being softball players.
Nice. The summer, I know a lot of times summer is like, whoo. What's the summer going to look like for your girls?
The summer's going to look, I think we're going to try to be not as much time, but more intentional with the time that we spend.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
They're still kids. This is not a job for them. They play the sport for fun, and that's not lost on me. So we're going to try and give them their summer, but maximize our softball time when we are here.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Weight room's still going to be a big key for,
no doubt.
I think, our whole athletic department, and I'll speak on George Adams. I mean, he's got so many athletes in there now, and you can kind of see how it's starting to transition into how they play, whether it be football or basketball or cross country, soccer. You can start seeing, I mean, even the girls' basketball program. So talk about that a little bit, of how important the weight room is in conditioning.
I can't say enough about Coach Adams and the job he and Coach Madden do with them. I mean, they're great with the kids. They're great at what they do. They kind of set a new mold. I mean, you look at the football season we're having, and you wouldn't believe that our guys only train 3 days a week in the summer. Yeah. Like, this day and time, you think, and our preacher said it on Sunday, to be successful, everybody thinks they have to do more instead of just being intentional with the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
And they kind of broke the mold on it, and they're setting the trend, and I like it.
I like what you said, and I go back to summer with you saying that, is the busyness. Like, let's eliminate the busyness. Let's make the work intentional, and then let them be kids. I think that's the biggest thing, is let them be kids, because this isn't a job, and that's a great way to look at it. A lot of times you see coaches that, yes, we love to coach that sport, but sometimes those kids love participating in that sport, and we push them maybe too hard. Right. It's like there's a burnout factor, not a buy-in factor.
Yeah, when I was at Brookhaven, I worked for a guy. He was a retired public school. He's still the headmaster there, but he always would come up to me when I was the head baseball coach, and he'd tell me, hey, just remember, 90% of them still play it for fun.
That's a lot of times, and I think that's some just great advice to coaches in general, and parents in general as well, as we look at our young ones going and playing. Like they do it for the love of the game and love having fun. No any final thoughts before I let you go? I know you got a busy schedule coming up.
Got got to get through baseball, but we'll still have our time and the softball stuff and everything. But just excited to be here. You know, continue to be here. Not a new place, but a new title, I guess, and just continue to get things rolling.
Yeah, well, and I want to say this now that we can say it publicly, that he will stay on capacity, same capacity with the baseball program. He's not going anywhere. It's not a replace of. This is in addition to. So he'll serve as the head softball coach in the fall, and he will remain as an assistant baseball coach for Coach Lipscomb in the Patriot baseball program. But man, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thankful
I appreciate
for you.
it.
Thankful for you.
Thankful for all you do for us.
Well, I appreciate it. It's fun to see our coaches get excited about their sport.
Right.
And you truly embody that. You love the kids around here. You love empowering our student athletes. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that's going to do it for this week's edition of Hey Coach. Thank you to Alan Burford for producing these week in and week out. And we will see you next week as the Patriots take on Park Lane for homecoming. This is Hey Coach.